Welcome to another one of my videos, and in this video we will share some Buddhist teachings and teachings from Thich Nhat Hanh, another monk, of how to deal with a loved one or a relative that has passed, so-called. So for those no coming, no going. Our greatest fear is that when we die we will become nothing. Many of us believe our entire existence is limited to a particular period or lifespan. We believe it begins when we are born, when out of being nothing we become something, and it ends when we die and become nothing again. So we are filled with a fear of annihilation. But if we look deeply, we can have a very different understanding of our existence. We can see that birth and death are just notions, they are not real. The Buddha taught that there is no birth and no death. Our belief that these ideas about birth and death are real creates a powerful illusion that causes us a great deal of suffering. When we understand that we can't be destroyed, we're liberated from fear. It's a huge relief. We can enjoy life and appreciate it in new ways. When I lost my mother, I suffered a lot. The day she died, I wrote in my journal, "The greatest misfortune of my life has happened." I grieved her death for more than a year. Then one night, I was sleeping in my hermitage, a hut that lay behind a temple halfway up a hill covered with tea plants in the highlands of Vietnam. I had a dream about my mother. I saw myself sitting with her, and we were having a wonderful talk. She looked young, beautiful, with her hair flowing. It was so pleasant to sit and talk to her if she had never died. As if. When I woke up, I had a very strong feeling that I had never lost my mother. The sense that my mother was still with me was very clear. I understood that the idea of having lost my mother was just that, an idea. It was obvious in that moment that my mother was still alive in me and always would be. I opened the door and went outside. The entire hillside was bathed in moonlight. Walking slowly in that soft light through the rows of tree plants, I observed that my mother was indeed still with me. My mother was the moonlight caressing me, and she had so often done. Very gentle, very sweet. Every time my feet touched the earth, I knew my mother was there with me. I knew this body was not mine alone, but a living continuation of my mother and father, my grandparents, great-parents, and of all my ancestors. These feet I saw as mine feet were actually our feet. Together my mother and I were living footprints in the damp soil. From that moment on, the idea that I had lost my mother no longer exists. All I had to do was look at the palm of my hand, or feel the breeze on my face, or on the earth under my feet, to remember that my mother is always with me, available at any time. When you lose a loved one, you suffer, but if you know how to look deeply, you have the chance to realize that his or her nature is truly the nature, no birth, no death. There is manifestation, and there is the cessation of manifestation, in order to have another manifestation. You have to be alert to recognize new manifestations of one person, but with practice, effort, you can do it. Pay attention to the world around you, the leaves, the flowers, birds, and rain. If you can stop and look deeply, you will recognize your beloved manifesting again and again in many forms. You will release your fear and pain and again embrace the joy of life, just in a different form, like a cloud, evaporating, raining, snowing, etc. in different forms. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Now listen to this song mantra, breathe, and do